Hello everyone, I'm Wade Price and I make these videos weekly about living in Nashville, Tennessee and the surrounding areas. Today we're going to talk about Franklin, Tennessee. Whether you're thinking of relocating or just curious about the lifestyle here, I'll be walking you through the pros and cons. Franklin is such a unique town full of history, charm, and modern amenities, but like anywhere, there are some things to consider before making the move. Let's get started. Number one is the downtown. Let's talk about Franklin's downtown area because it's truly special. When I walked the downtown area to shoot some of the video, it was so enjoyable seeing all the restaurants and businesses that now inhabit the 100-year-old buildings. You can kind of feel the history, but you also see how it's been modernized while still retaining its original charm. I personally love the variety of boutiques, antique shops, and cafes. You could easily spend an afternoon just strolling through the streets, popping into a few stores, grabbing lunch or sweets or coffee, whatever you want. There's anything you want in that downtown area. There's also a lot of live events like street festivals that really bring the community together. Whether you're into arts and crafts, music, or just enjoying a leisurely afternoon, Franklin's downtown area has something for everyone. It's a great place to unwind and take in the small town feel, all while being just a short drive from Nashville. That's why so many people fall in love with Franklin at first sight. The second pro is very good schools. If you have a family or planning to start one, schools are probably going to be one of your biggest factors in your decision to move to Franklin. The schools here are top notch. Williamson County is maybe the top in the state. It's very high. And that's a huge reason why so many families are flocking to the area. Williamson County Schools, which serves Franklin, consistently ranks as one of the best school districts in Tennessee. Not only are the academic programs great, they're excellent, but there is a strong focus on extracurricular activities like arts and sports. When families move here, they're often willing to pay a premium to get into these top-rated school zones, and this is a big reason why property values are higher in Franklin compared to surrounding areas. It's not just about the education. Living here also means being part of a community that values learning and supports its schools through active involvement. If you're looking for a place where your kids can get a fantastic education, Franklin should definitely be at the top of your list. Pro number three. One of the things that makes Franklin so appealing is how safe and family-friendly it is. When you travel anywhere in Franklin, whether it's downtown, through neighborhoods, or at one of the local parks, the sense of safety is palpable. You'll notice families with children outside, enjoying the community, playing at the parks, walking through the streets with little worry. That's not something you find everywhere these days. I remember while filming at Pinkerton Park, which is a favorite spot for families, I was struck by the number of kids running around carefree, playing on the playgrounds, parents chatting with one another. It just, it really highlights how much Franklin prioritizes creating a secure environment for families to thrive. In fact, Franklin consistently ranks as one of the safest cities in Tennessee, and this peace of mind is a huge draw for people considering moving here. From organized neighborhood events to well-maintained public spaces, it's clear that Franklin is a place where you can feel comfortable letting your kids be kids. If you're looking for a community that values safety, Franklin will give you that assurance. Pro number four, its proximity to Nashville. Franklin's proximity to Nashville is a huge pro, and I really think it's what makes Franklin such a great place to live. You get all the benefits of small town life with easy access to big city amenities. I've had clients who love living in Franklin because they can work or visit Nashville anytime they want, whether it's for work, a concert, a big shopping trip, a football game, and then retreat back to the quiet, relaxed atmosphere of Franklin. I'm in Franklin often, and just the other day I was driving back to Nashville after meeting a friend for coffee in downtown Franklin, and it struck me how quickly I was back home, ready to unwind. If you're in Nashville for an event, in about 20 to 30 minutes you can be back in Franklin's peaceful surroundings, far from the hustle and bustle of the city. This close proximity is a game changer for people who want the best of both worlds, quieter suburban life with all the conveniences of a larger city just down the road. Franklin offers an amazing quality of life overall, and you'll notice that in every corner of the community, from its excellent healthcare facilities to its vibrant community events, Franklin is a place where you can live well and enjoy life. There's something really special about how this town blends modern amenities with a laid-back lifestyle. One of my favorite times of the year is fall, when the leaves change and the weather cools down. People are out enjoying the local parks, taking hikes, and participating in fall festivals. I love visiting the farmers markets and seeing how the whole community comes together. It's a place where you can have a balanced, fulfilling lifestyle with activities that suit all ages and interests. Pro number 6, and it's a very important one. Strong job market. Franklin isn't just a great place to live, it's also a great place to work. The job market here is strong, with major companies like Nissan North America and healthcare giants like Community Health Systems calling Franklin home. Whether you're in healthcare, finance, or tech, you'll find ample job opportunities right here. I recently spoke with a client who relocated here for work with a healthcare company, and they were amazed at how welcoming the business community is in Franklin. The opportunities are there, but it's also about being part of a thriving and supportive network of professionals. Another pro, Franklin is surrounded by some truly stunning natural beauty. It's hard to talk about living here without mentioning the rolling hills, the tree-lined streets, and the beautiful parks. If you're someone who enjoys the outdoors, Franklin has so much to offer. I personally love taking a drive down the Natchez Trace Parkway, which winds through some of the most beautiful landscapes you'll find in Tennessee. Parks like Pinkerton Park and Aspen Grove Park are favorites for both families and nature lovers alike. There's always something to do outdoors, whether it's hiking, biking, or just taking a walk to enjoy the fresh air. I remember one afternoon at Pinkerton Park watching the kids play. I walked the trails and thinking how peaceful and connected to nature Franklin feels. If you're someone who appreciates having access to beautiful green spaces, Franklin won't disappoint. Next pro, one thing that makes Franklin unique is its deep historical roots. The town played a significant role in the Civil War, and that history is preserved and celebrated here. Walking through the downtown area, you'll see landmarks that date back to the 19th century. The Franklin Battlefield, Carnton Plantation, and Lott's House are just a few examples of places where history buffs can dive into the rich past of this town. During the annual Battle of Franklin reenactments, the community really comes together to honor this history. I've attended some of these events, and it's fascinating to see how much effort goes into preserving this part of Franklin's identity. If history is something you value, living in Franklin means you'll always be surrounded by stories from the past that are still very much alive today. Now let's talk about one of the downsides to living in Franklin, the cost of living. It's no secret, Franklin is one of the more expensive places to live in Tennessee. Real estate prices have skyrocketed in recent years, driven by the demand to live in such a desirable area. While the quality of life is fantastic, that premium comes with a price. I've had clients who've had to adjust their budget when moving here because homes tend to be more expensive compared to other nearby cities. However, many people feel that the investment is worth it for the safety, schools, and overall lifestyle that Franklin provides. It's important to factor this into your decision, especially if you're comparing Franklin to other places in Nashville metro area. Another con is traffic congestion. This is the downside that I need to mention. As Franklin has grown, so has the traffic. During rush hour, especially if you're commuting to Nashville, you can expect some congestion on the roads. I've experienced it firsthand. There have been afternoons where getting out of Franklin and onto I-65 to head to Nashville has taken longer than I expected. But it's not just the highways. Local roads can get busy too. The good news is that the city is working on infrastructure improvements to help alleviate the traffic issues, but it's something to keep in mind. If you're not used to traffic or prefer a more rural setting, the congestion here could be frustrating at times. Next con is the transportation. One thing Franklin doesn't have much of is public transportation. Like many places in the South, you're going to need a car to get around. There are some local bus services, but they're not extensive enough to rely on for daily commutes or errands. I've had clients from larger cities who were used to public transit systems, and they had to adjust to driving more often after moving to Franklin. While this isn't a deal breaker for most people, it's something to consider if you're someone who likes to use public transportation regularly. The next con, growth and development. Franklin is growing rapidly, and that's a double-edged sword. On one hand, it's exciting to see new businesses and neighborhoods pop up. It brings more opportunities for everyone, more amenities to the area. But on the other hand, some people feel that the rapid development is changing the town's small town feel. I've seen areas that were once open fields become new subdivisions practically overnight. While this growth is a sign of Franklin's popularity and prosperity, it can bring challenges like more traffic, more crowded spaces. If you're someone who prefers a quieter, slower pace of life, the constant development might be something you'll want to consider. Lastly, I'll talk about the weather. Franklin has a pretty mild climate overall, but summers can get hot and humid. If you're not a fan of heat, the summer months here might be a bit overwhelming. We also get occasional thunderstorms, and like much of Tennessee, there's always the potential for tornadoes during certain times of the year. However, spring and fall in Franklin are absolutely beautiful everywhere in Tennessee. Changing leaves in the fall and the blooming flowers in the spring make it one of the most scenic times to be outside. I always enjoy taking walks during these seasons. It's the perfect balance of temperatures are great, scenery is great. Just be prepared for some summer heat if you decide to call Franklin home. Whether you're drawn to Franklin's charming downtown, top-rated schools, or its natural beauty, it's clear that this town offers a lot of reasons to make it your new home. And I'm here to make that process as easy as possible for you. I'm part of a fantastic real estate team with all the resources you need to make your home search and the purchase completely stress-free. Our team specializes in clear, proactive communication, ensuring that you never left wondering what comes next. We also have experienced transaction specialists who handle all the behind-the-scenes details, so nothing gets overlooked. From the first time we chat to the moment you close on your dream home, we've got everything in place to make sure the process is seamless and enjoyable. We understand that buying a home is a big decision, and we're committed to making it as smooth as possible for you. If you're ready to make Franklin your home or just have more questions, feel free to reach out. We're here to help every step of the way.